Ma'am.
All right, so let me quickly share those details with you. So this is the first homework that we had got, right? This one. Okay, so I'm going to read it aloud here to you. Dog is a domestic animal. It is of many kind. It is a very faithful and very something. यहाँ पे कुछ missing भी था. It can be the best friend for humans. It guards our home. Okay, sorry, I haven't shared my screen yet.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. Okay. So here you go. It runs very fast. It guards our home. It has 2 eyes, 2 ears, 4 thin legs, and it eats rice, meat, fish, etc. It loves to eat bones. Baby of a dog is called as puppy. Now, this is all the information that we get about a dog. Agree or not? Yes, and I don't think so there is any mistake. Whatever the fact is written is true, correct? And that's why I'm telling it is a fact about dogs. But what are we going to learn is how to present it. How to present it in a way that it looks like it is coming out of a non-fiction book, because it's a non-fictional category. Say National Geographic का कोई page हो या newspaper का कोई article है. Have you ever read such sentences in a newspaper or a National Geographic magazine? Never. It is written in this style. So the first thing that we are going to do is let's scan a non-fiction magazine, children, and see how the authors write there. Are you ready to explore? So let me share with you. Okay. So this is the cover page of a very popular magazine that is known as National Geographic magazine. And every month, or I think bi-weekly, they issue new magazines. And this particular magazine is about a particular topic. Can you tell me what is it about? Can you take a guess?
Ma'am, Picasso?
Yeah, it is about Picasso, but can we say something more? It's about, who was Picasso?
An artist.
An artist.
Yeah, so this magazine will be talking about various forms of artwork and some special art done by Picasso. Okay? Now see, I have taken certain pages for you to see how the non-fiction texts are written. Okay? So I'm going to zoom it out for you. I'm going to read out certain things. Here, something is written as ocean changing in the ocean, changing in the Arctic. Okay, this is very difficult for me to read. Okay, so let's assume it's ocean changing in the Arctic. Now,
Ma'am, it is written ocean change in the Arctic.
ocean changing in the Arctic.
It's not changing, it's change.
Ocean can something. Ekam. It's, see, I can see C-A, and then I don't know what is written. Chalo. Let's focus on this one. Riding mountain bikes in Canada's Ayutthaya National Park somewhere, or Yuttuk, whatever it is pronounced as, where officials say winter travel is often impossible. So this is a place in Canada, and we all know that Canada is quite close to North Pole. So Canada, some parts of Canada is quite close to North Pole, so it is supposed to be very, very cold there. Okay. So I'm going to read this phrase here by John Golden. The ice was 3 or 4 feet thick. We slept right on the ocean with the tide rolling underneath. Okay, so when I see the first sentence, it's a simple sentence. And can you tell me what is the second sentence?
They slipped in the ocean.
We slipped on the ocean,
We
comma,
ocean.
it's which
The
sentence?
tide. With the tide rolling underneath.
Which sentence is this?
This hyperbole.
No. It is a complex sentence, right? See, the author could have written it as, we slept right on the ocean, full stop. The tide was rolling underneath, correct? Another sentence, but they combined two sentences, right? We slept right on the ocean, comma, with the tide rolling underneath. Okay, it's a complex sentence. And it is not hyperbole. Someone told hyperbole right now, or simile. What did they say?
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole is exaggeration. Now, this is not exaggeration, right, Samaira? Because yahan par whatever they are telling is a fact, something that they have experienced. Okay? Now, I'm reading it out this side. T minus 6 months, T minus 2 weeks, T minus 2 days. Okay? Gearing up. I'll be photographing a team of extreme adventurers mountain biking across the frozen Arctic Ocean in Canada. I'll be on a snowmobile, which is still hard work, so I need to get in good shape. A few months before, I started running and doing core workouts. He's trying to make himself strong because he's preparing himself for this adverse climate, which is very, very, very cold climate. So he's getting physically fit, okay? If an unfit person ends up in a place like this, he's going to fall sick, all right? So they have to prior prepare their body. A few months, okay, now in the Arctic, you can't sit down if you are tired. You have to keep moving or get in your sleeping bag. Can someone tell me why we can't sit down?
Ma'am, because if we sit down, we would be frozen.
The blood vessels would freeze, correct? If we are moving, there is a continuous supply of heat energy, continuously working in our body, okay? But if we sit down, if we are not moving, then the temperature is going to freeze us, all right? I also put in a request to my sponsors for some gear, a down-filled sleeping mat and gloves I can shoot with. Now, who can explain me the last paragraph? I also put in a request to my sponsors. What does it mean? What is a sponsor? And why did he request? Did he buy or he did not? Was he expecting a gift? कुछ समझे हम इसके बारे में? Nothing?
Ma'am, just one thing, like sponsor is somebody like he's sponsoring our trip. He is paying and making all the arrangements for our trip.
Yes, so exactly for this excursion and exertion is a different word. When you go on a trip, we call it an excursion. And when you are tired, we say you get exerted. Okay? Have a look at the difference. Okay. So on this trip, on this excursion, this particular person who may be a photographer, he is being sponsored by some company, which means the entire cost, the entire expense of his stay in Arctic Ocean will be borne by this third party, this company. So they also give them that option that, sir, madam, if you require anything, do let us know. We will provide it to you for free. Okay, and that's why he had requested for a special sleeping mat as well as the gloves, because now he had said here he wo shoot karega. So definitely these two words, photographing and shooting, tells that he's a photographer by profession. Agree? So that's where you will take cues. It's not going to be direct, children, that I am a photographer staying for 6 months in Arctic Ocean. ऐसा तो लिखा ही नहीं रहेगा कहीं. Okay? So that is what I am challenging you for. Got it? Next. Now, this was written in narrative form, right? He's talking in first person. I. Agree? You know first person, second person, third person. Everyone knows that? Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm just going to read here again. This is exactly what one will document when you write a diary, you write a narrative style, you say what happened to you on that particular day. So T minus 2 days, ready for launch. I get excited in various stages, but it doesn't feel real until when we land in Kukik Tark Jua. Yes, Ekam?
I can't see. Where are you reading?
I'm reading here. Just listen, okay? It's very, very tiny, okay? Very, very tiny. When we land in Kukik Tar Huak, which I'm not able to pronounce, go to our Inuit guide's mom's house to repack. The team members set up their bikes and we go over hand signals so I can direct them into the camera's frame while they ride.
Mom, it should be bent over, no?
Nahin, wait. Before we head out, I put my stuff into a dry sack in case the snowmobile goes through the ice. The devil's in the detail. I don't deviate from the plan. A very good doubt raised by Anvika, but again a wrong doubt. I want you to observe. Do you think it is written in a wrong tense here, or was it correct, Naisha?
The tense is correct, but in sounding, it's very weird.
He is writing in present tense form. That is why.
Yes.
He has not written it in past tense. So you will see any verb that you come across in this passage. Yes, Samira?
Mom, what is the devils in the details?
Devils in the details. I'll have to Google it. It can be the creatures, the ferocious animals who stay in Arctic Ocean, or it can be anything that is dangerous for their excursion. Okay, but if you find out any verb here, you will see them all to be in one form. And I always tell you that all the verbs should be in one form. If it is present tense, the entire passage will be written in present tense, past tense, and future hai to future tense. Agree? So now, I get excited in various stages. Now you will say, ma'am, yahan to ed laga hua hai. But see, there are two verbs. I get excited. I got excited to nahi tha. I get excited, right? So it's a present thing that he's sharing. But it doesn't feel real. Feel के जगह felt होना चाहिए था अगर वो past tense होता. But feel लिखा हुआ, it's present. Until I get on a plane. I got on a plane होना चाहिए था, right? Riyansh, are you here with us or are you stuck? Okay. Got it, children? Now let's read here. Mean 50 miles from civilization? And here, can you guys try? If you have raised your hand, I could not see. Do you know what is 50 miles from civilization?
Ma'am, can I try?
Try.
Ma'am, civilization means a place where people live and like place of living. 50 miles from that place of living, where people actually lived and had their huts or houses, and there was civilization.
Okay, correct. So 50 miles from civilization means that this place is quite far away from human settlement, which means this is an isolated place where where they are going. Isolated place matlab wahan koi nahi rehta hai. Okay, and it's only after 50 miles that they can see human settlement. Got it? And it is saying 50 miles of civilization in any direction. So he's in the center, and wherever he go, north, east, south, west, 50 miles tak in this circle, this is a barren land. It's an isolated land. Got it? Now, so I take everything I need for the 2.5-day February trip. Emergency beacon. Now, what is this beacon? Can someone Google it and tell me? Meanwhile, I'm reading. Google it. A satellite phone, which will...
I guess it's a
Don't
type
guess.
of number.
Don't guess. Please check. A satellite phone, which will be on for only 2 hours a day. So I go over safety protocols with my family beforehand. He's just taking all the necessary equipments and no extra things, because when you go on such trips, you have to pack smartly. Macadamia nuts, they have the highest fat content. So that's why the food that you the food that you take with you should also be wisely chosen. If you just take junk food, it's going to make you lethargic. You have to carry things which has protein and fats in it so that it can keep you full for a longer period of time. Okay, children? A toothbrush with pre-applied toothpaste. Can you tell me why? Why the toothpaste is pre-applied?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yes.
Because if they will apply the toothpaste over there, so the toothpaste will be frozen.
It's not going to come out from the tube. Yes. Yes. So these are the things, they have to pre-plan, and something like this they do when they go in space also. So they make arrangements as per the environment where they are going. So jab hum moon pe ja rahe hain ya space pe ja rahe hain, so we have to do the planning as per how the environment there is. Okay, next. A dozen camera batteries, the cold zaps their power. Okay, so if we have a battery that is working for say 30 days in Nagpur, but if we take it to Canada, it may just survive for 2 days because of the cold temperature. So technology is also doesn't work at the same efficiency in all the places. Okay, got it, children? उसके बाद क्या लिखा हुआ है? The cold, so I keep them in my vest or sleeping bag. So in order to protect them from catching cold, he is keeping all the batteries in a sleeping bag. Now, 2 sets of long underwear is something that he needs for his personal hygiene. And this is how much he has traveled, what the temperature was. See. Maximum to minimum, minus 25 degree Fahrenheit. And mind it, minus 25 degree Fahrenheit है. अगर हम उसको Celsius में देंगे तो पता नहीं क्या होगा. Okay, so Nagpur में when we see the temperature, is it in degree Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
So let's 25 degree Fahrenheit को I am going to convert and tell you exactly.
I know the conversion of 103 Fahrenheit in Celsius.
Acha, but I don't know. I have
103 degree Fahrenheit equals to 53 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so minus 25 degree Fahrenheit actually is minus 31 degrees Celsius. Okay, children? 7 degrees or kam kar lo apne temperature se. So this is how this text was written. Okay, now here it is about keeping the books. And I'm just going to read one for you and we will move on to something else. So whoever has joined late, I'm going to revise it, what we are exactly doing now in the class. We are going through some non-fiction text to understand how they are written. Okay, we just read the normal domestic animal, my dog ka passage, and we found it extremely simple. And we also came to the conclusion that never ever we come across any information written in this baby language in a magazine or a newspaper. So we are getting ready to write in a better way. And that we can do only if we see how the texts are written actually in a magazine or newspaper. So these clips are from National Geographic magazine, and let's read it. A rare book conservator must have patience, comma, an eye for detail, comma, and the guts to deconstruct priceless national treasures. Okay? Deconstruct मतलब होता है तोड़ के जोड़ के वापस बनाना. When a book is going to be exhibited, digitized, or say used for a political swearing in, it lands on the desk of Yasmin Khan, comma, one of the 10 rare book conservators at the Library of Congress. Now, this one has started with a when, kids. This passage has started, this sentence has started with a when. And the first sentence is actually fact written. So whenever you're writing a non-fiction text, if you begin your sentence with a fact, it just enhances your passage. अब आपको समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बात कर रही हूँ, because half of the kids are yawning, stretching, doing this and that. Yeah. So what am I trying to say? That in a non-fiction text, if you know, Kian, don't exaggerate. I know you are not doing, now you are doing after me mentioning it. If you're talking anything about a non-fiction topic, the first line should be a fact about it. Like in Oreo writing, you do your opinion, correct?
Yeah, opinion.
Yeah. So in this, you can either have your opinion or a fact. ठीक है? So
And then
fact.
can we put the Oreo like?
Yeah, you should. Now come back to this. Now here I want to draw your attention. It's starting with when, huh? When a book is going to be exhibited, digitized, or say used for political swearing in, it lands on the desk of Yasmin Khan, one of the 10 rarest book conservators at the land of Congress. A lot of sentences have been combined. आपको दिख रहा है इसमें बहुत सारे sentences है जो combined किए हुए हैं. Definitely it is complex, but see, when a book is going to be exhibited, digitized, or say used for political, ये एक sentence हो गया. It lands on the desk of Yasmin Khan, comma, full stop. She is one of the 10 rare book conservators at the Library of Congress. These were the 3 sentences. Are you guys following along? But हमने क्या किया, वो तीनों सेंटेंस को एक में कन्वर्ट कर दिया है. And how they have drafted it.
Conjunctions.
Auntie, you are on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, somebody's voice is echoing.
She will mend its pages with white starch paste and tissue paper, resew its binding, or dismantle it entirely. Books that need a full renovation can take months of painstaking work. In them, Khan is able to see the logic of the craftsmen of the past. So once she disassembles them, once she opens the book entirely, and she's trying to renovate the book, she's trying to rebind it, she says she definitely looks into the quality of work that was done by the previous craftsmen. Okay, children? So this is exactly what we were doing here. Now let's come back to the text that I had shared, which is about the dog. How shall we write? Okay, so सबसे पहले we are going to find all the words, all the sentences that is describing a quality about the dog. Okay, let's identify together. And the same exercise we should be doing for all the passages where we are editing. So the step number 1 is take out all the main idea. So dog is a domestic animal, which is 1. Next, it is of many kinds. Okay? It is a very faithful and useful animal. 1, 2, 3. It can be the best friend for humans. This is the 4th point. 5th is it guards our home. Next, another quality, it runs very fast. Now, next comes the physical description. If you're describing any character, we need to have the personal quality and the outer appearance. हर बार whenever you see a character analysis, उसमें दोनों आएगा. How does a person looks from outside and how he is from inside. So now they have described the physical feature of the dog. Next line says, what does he eat? Again, some information. And it's a fact that a baby of a dog is called a puppy. So as I told you, we can start the sentence with this fact. Although the passage that I shared with you did not have this in the beginning, but you can start with this. So Riyansh, would you like to try your starting sentence?
Okay, ma'am.
Try.
The baby of a dog is called puppy.
No, don't start like that. Dog, comma, also known as a puppy in its baby form, like how I had written in the sentence for you guys, remember? Right?
Yes.
And then you say is a domestic, comma, faithful, comma, useful, and human's best friend. That's how you have combined 3 sentences together. Make sense?
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
Then you can say that it comes in many breeds, such as this. Okay? And all of them have 2 eyes, 2 ears, and instead of 4 thin legs, I have used a term that is quadruped, which means ped matlab hota hai feet and quadra matlab hota hai 4. So 4 feet hote na, 4 legs hote hain. ठीक है? Okay, and when it talks about what it eats, so you can say they relish on eat ke jagah mein you can put any other word, gobbling, relishing, anything that you want to. Use a better word for relish, eat. And specially relishes, or there's another word, delectable and delects. If I make delect as a verb, I don't think so delect is a verb. Let me see.
Ma'am, can I say a sentence for it?
Yes.
It eats bones delightfully.
But again, it nahi lagana hai na humko.
A dog eats bones delightfully.
He delightfully enjoys his meal, right? Yes, that can be fine. He delightfully enjoys his meal. Yeah, bones. या delightfully relishes the bones. ठीक है? So there would be a lot of connectives. Connectives are the words. Let me show you what are connectives. Mostly connectives are the words which we call as subordinating conjunctions. So you will have to use a lot of those words, which can be apparently, or although, or certainly, in addition to that. Are you aware of these keywords? Yeah? No? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? Okay? So if you add those words together with and along with that, you can even add the regular meals like rice, roti, etc. These quadrupeds delightfully relishes on bones. Is it a better sentence? Yeah. So this is exactly how I do. First, I'm going to find the important points and then I write it down. Before we step into another work that we are going to do today, which is on mama, we have to write on our mother. Okay? So this is what you will be editing. And if you read it out, now I can't see your faces, so put your camera down. Everybody put your camera down. Yeah. So if we read it, it's going to be so boring. But after this, I'm going to show you another fictional text. And then you will understand the differences. Okay? Got it? Let's read this. My mother is very good and kind-hearted. She is most beautiful woman in this world. She is smart and educated. She's a professor in the Commerce College. Now,
Excuse me, Avni auntie.
yes.
It should come. She is the most beautiful woman in
Of
this
course,
world.
of course. So that's the grammar editing that you have to do. And that is why I've given this text to you, that you have to do the editing work. So wherever the grammar is required for correction, you edit it. But more than that, try to use either a compound sentence or a complex sentence strategy. ठीक है? Compound और complex को mix करके इनको combined करो. ठीक है? She is a professor in the Commerce College. Now, it talks about mother. My mother is 32 years old. She is a very good singer. She is a religious lady and sings bhajan very well. My mother works hard for us. She takes good care of me, my sister, my father, family, etc. A lot of extra stuffs are there. You can immediately remove that and you can say my family. If you don't want to say who all are in your family. She likes to see everyone happy. My mother has taught me good manners. Now the third paragraph, first paragraph में क्या है? Second
Excuse me,
paragraph.
ma'am.
Who is this?
Ekam.
Ekam, you please wait for a minute. Huh? Let me first finish and then you can continue. Now, whenever we write in a paragraph, when we have 1, 2, 3 paragraphs, सबका main idea अलग होता है. It is very important. So, mistakes that we do as children. Samaira, एक second. ठीक है? Just write down your query. The mistake that we do as a child is we don't organize our work properly. I'm talking about my mother's characteristics in the first paragraph. Are you getting my point? Quality of my mother in the first paragraph. Second paragraph, mein suppose I'm describing my mother's appearance. Third paragraph, mein I'm talking about how my mother helps me. But if in every paragraph, I say one sentence about how good my mother looks, one sentence about the things that she has taught me, and one sentence about how she looks from the outside, yeah, inside. Will it be a proper paragraph? No. No. And that's what this child has done, जिसका मैंने आपको edit work दिखाया है. So firstly, you will have to rearrange, collect the data. Don't add any information from your side. You are the teacher. First, take all the same topics from the different paragraph and put it together. Then decide कि आप कौन से paragraph में मम्मी का characteristics describe करोगे and the other things describe करोगे. Once you have segregated that, now comes the point when you have to Make your sentences better. Got it? Now, Ekam, you go ahead and then Samara. Ekam, what was your doubt?
In the second paragraph, the last sentence is she likes to see everyone happy. We can also write she enjoys to see everyone happy.
Yes. But that's a very, very simple sentence. You can add this sentence with another sentence. ठीक है? We will work on it together. समझ में आ गया आपको? Last paragraph में mama, how mama is helpful to me. That is what the paragraph is talking about. Okay. So whenever in school you have to write an essay, your teacher is not going to tell you कि आप कौन से paragraph में क्या लिखने वाले हो. आप decide करो. First paragraph में I'm going to describe the person. Second paragraph में I will talk something good about the person. You know, all the qualifications of of this person. Third में I can tell how my relationship is with the person. Got it? ठीक है? Now, let's read this paragraph, which is going to give you a hint of how to write your sentences better. ठीक है? Here you go. Chalo. I want someone to read aloud. I'll just go get a glass of water for myself. Samira,
Can I read?
एक सेकंड. समायरा का डाउट तो मैंने पूछा नहीं. समायरा, पहले आप अपना डाउट बताओ.
In the last sentence of the paragraph, it was the wrong tense. It was past.
Yes, very good observation. ठीक है? ठीक है. Now, Miss Honey, I want Ekam to read, and then I will see who's going to read the next. So Ekam, you're reading for everybody, okay? So be clear.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Honey. Naturally, Matilda was put in the bottom class, where there were 18 other small boys and girls about the same age as her. Their teacher was called Miss Honey, and she could not have been more than 23 or 24. She had a lovely pale oval Madonna face with blue eyes, and her hair was light brown. Her body was so slim and fragile, one got the feeling that if she fell over, she would smash into 1,000 pieces like porcelain figure.
Stop.
Jennifer Honey.
Stop. Now, everybody, are you listening? Are you all ears?
Yes.
Yes. Now, can you see anywhere in the sentence, it's written as she has something, she did that, she, or only at few places you're going to see that there was she, and the remaining places they have always found some other pronoun or a word. Got it or no?
Yes.
Okay. And I loved how the sentence has started. Naturally, Matilda. Naturally. So naturally is an adverb. And try to begin your sentence with an adverb. Automatically, you're going to get a better sentence. Okay? Next is Miss Jennifer Honey. Samira, go ahead. Yay! I got a chance. That's what Samira is saying. Hurry up.
Miss Jennifer Honey was a mild and a quiet person who never raised her voice and was seldom seen to smile, but there was no doubt.
Samira, breathe and read as if you are reading for your own self, because you have skipped few words. Okay, read again. Don't rush, just be very slow.
Miss Jennifer Honey was a mild and a quiet person who never raised her voice and was seldom seen to smile. But there was no doubt she possessed that rare gift for being adored by every small child under her care. She seemed to understand totally the bewilderment and fear.
Samira, another feedback. You're reading two words together and you are pausing. Now try to read 5 words together and then pause. Okay? She seemed to understand totally the bewilderment. यहाँ से start करो. And
She seemed to understand totally the bewilderment and fear that so often overwhelm young children who, for the first time in their lives, are herded into a classroom and told to obey orders. Some curious warmth that was almost tangible shone out of Miss Honey's face when she spoke to a confused and homesick newcomer to the class.
okay. सबसे पहले मुझे बताओ bewilderment का क्या मतलब होता है? Anyone here can tell me the meaning of bewilderment without googling and on the spot? I feel bewilderment sorry means confusion.
Ma'am,
See-
nervousness.
Does bewilderment means confusion?
Ma'am, I think confusion or nervousness.
चलो check कर लो अब answer. There are a lot of people who are quick at googling here, especially the boys of my class. Quickly tell me. Ouch. Hurry up. Done. Bewilderment. Come on. क्या होता है उसका मतलब? Confusion, surprise. What is it?
Yes, ma'am, confusion.
Oh wow. I have gotten so much better with the words. And that's all because of you guys. Chalo. Can we analyze the sentences now? Focused ho aap log? Ki distracted ho?
Ma'am, we are distracted.
Ekam is pakka distracted. Rehansh is smiling. And then Naitik, I can't see you. Anvika, I can't see you. So I don't know your expressions at the moment. But my next target is Kian. So Kian is going to unmute and talk with all the conversations that we are going to have right now. So Kian has to be an active listener. Ekam, active listener. Okay. Now see, we are doing the description of Miss Honey. This passage is from Matilda. Most of us have read this. Okay. And we're going to appreciate the author's writing style. And this is exactly how you will be writing about my mother. Don't give any extra information. Just use from the text that I will share. Now, naturally, Matilda was put in the bottom class, where there were 18 other small boys and girls about the same age as her. My first target is I am going to make a lot of sentences out of this one sentence, and then you tell me how the author has compiled it. Now, if you want, I can talk in Hindi.
No, ma'am, English only.
Chalo. So Matilda was put in the bottom class. First sentence. There were 18 other small boys and girls. Next sentence. They were the same age as Matilda. Correct?
Ma'am, you read the wrong sentence.
No, I read the correct sentence.
You in the second line you read there were there.
Wait. Wait to likha.
That is were there.
No, where there were.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is what I am telling you. I am not making the mistake. Ekam, stop focusing on my mistake and start learning what I am trying to teach. I am making my own sentences, that here there are 3 sentences that the author has combined into one, and I am breaking those sentences out separately. See, pehla tha, Matilda was put in the bottom class, full stop. Second, there were 18 other small boys and girls. Last one, they were the same age as Matilda. Correct? But how have they joined the sentences? Can Reyansh read it out? Is he here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, read, Reyansh.
Ma'am, they have joined the sentences with naturally,
Yes.
where,
Yes.
and about.
Yeah. Correct? Next पढ़ते हैं. Their teacher was called Miss Honey. ठीक है? And she could not have been more than 23 or 24. अब इसको कैसे लिखते? Can someone tell me in simple sentence how this would have been written? Very basic grade 3, grade 2-year-old, मतलब grade 3. Oh my God, there's something wrong with me. Grade 2 kid. How will he write this?
Mom, can I try?
Try.
The name of the teacher was Miss Honey.
Fantastic.
She,
Fantastic.
her age was 23 or about 20.
No, wait, Anvika. Who told this answer? Anvika बोली थी क्या?
Yeah, mom.
So the first line was absolutely correct. The name of their teacher was Miss Honey. She was 23 or 24-year-old. ऐसा लिखा रहता वो sentence. She से रहता. ठीक है? But how they have combined it? Their teacher was called Miss Honey, comma, and she could not have been more than 23 or 24. Okay? Now they are describing the physical characteristic. She had a lovely pale oval Madonna face with blue eyes and her hair was light brown. Her body was so slim and fragile, one got the feeling that if she fell, she would smash into 1,000 pieces like a porcelain. Now, a very important secret that I'm going to tell you, which certainly is going to help you fetch more marks in your exam. Do you want to know that? Yeah, Reyansh, this is very, very easy thing to do. And if you know this trick, definitely +2 marks in your writing essay. And what is that? When you're describing, when you are doing a physical appearance or a personal experience, description, physical description or a personal description, and if you use a simile or a metaphor to describe any one facial feature to a non-living thing, you will get a bonus point because it shows that you are aware of a figurative language. यहाँ पर उसने simile use किया है. That firstly they are comparing her with a stick, like she's so thin. There's no stick written here. And they've also compared it like if she's going to smash, if she's going to fall, she's going to smash into 1,000 pieces like a like a porcelain figure. Yes, exactly. So this is the simile. ठीक है? So if you say that Kian has wait, if Kian has a black hair, so how are you going to describe it with a simile form? Kian's hair is as black as
Raven's feather.
Raven's feather. Excellent. Amazing. Now I love the texture formation that she has chosen, Samaira. I would have said as black as coal, but it was acting so shabby. Such a shabby sentence, right? I am comparing his hair with a coal, right? Not a good way to say. But yeah, hair is feathery and, velvety. So I should compare it with a similar looking appearance or an object. ठीक है, fantastic. Yes, say.
As black as a black velvet.
As black as a black velvet. नहीं, black के साथ black नहीं लिखना. उसने raven इसलिए choose किया था because by default ravens are black. She did not say a black raven. As black as a raven's feather. So you have to use something that is black, like as black as coal, or as black as dark night, as black as what is that night known as when you don't have moon?
I don't know English.
New moon. अरे हिंदी में तो मुझे भी पता है क्या होता है वो.
मैम एक बार हिंदी में बता दो तो इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट करते हैं.
Oh my God. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं जिस दिन दिवाली का होता है बच्चे? मम्मी से पूछो आजू बाजू. I am having a baby brain, which means that I keep forgetting a lot of things. What is that word known as?
Moonlight.
एक is Amavasya, okay?
New moon. Is it in English new moon night? Because in Google it's showing.
That's what even I told you, new moonlight. As dark as the day with no moon. Sorry, as the night with no moon. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ. So as long as
light.
हाँ, moonless night भी लिखो, but अमावस्या का हिंदी मीनिंग ढूंढो. English Amavasya in English as what? Okay, children, let's get back to this while some of the kids are browsing on the net. Now, let's talk about Miss Honey.
Ask a doubt.
What?
Can I ask a doubt?
Yeah.
Mom, like when you were saying that it one is that
No,
Ish-
Antika, your
my-
voice is cracking. Wait. Your voice is cracking, okay? You will ask that doubt later when the network is correct. Let me finish this paragraph. Miss Jennifer Honey was a mild and quiet person who never raised her voice and was seldom seen to smile. Ab isko hum log, and see there is a comma, children, but there is no doubt she possessed that rare gift for being adored by every small child under her care. Now it's a complex sentence. It has so many sentences joined here. Kian, are you dreaming? Agree? Guys, do you agree or disagree? Yeah.
Ma'am, agree.
Agree? तो चलो बताओ मुझे. Break all these in small sentences and tell me. Everyone's homework. Abhi, right now, classwork. Kian is also going to do. Kian, they have joined numerous sentences and they've made it in one sentence. Can you split them? Ella, can you try with me, Kian? Unmute. Tell me the first sentence.
Miss Jennifer Honey was a mild and quiet person.
Bas, ye first sentence hai. Second sentence.
She never raised her voice and was
Next
silent.
stop. She never raised her voice. Again, second sentence. क्योंकि and से join कर दिया है. Next. Yes.
And she was seldom seen to smile.
She seldom smiled can be the third sentence. Okay, I'm going to enlarge it for you.
She did not have a doubt.
No. She possessed that rare gift for being adored by every small child under her care. This is the fourth one. But to make the sentence exciting, they have used this phrase. But there is no doubt. ठीक है? हम बहुत सारे लोग बहुत यौन कर रहे हैं आज मेरी क्लास में. आपको पता है ये हमारा सेकंड लास्ट क्लास है. Oh my God, my head is spinning today. So there will be one more class and then we will take a long break. Okay, children? Now, let's take a 5-minute break and talk. Okay? How many kids are there in the class today?
8.
Huh?
No.
Don't include me.
6.
7.
Don't include me. 6 कैसे हो गया?
Sorry, I counted the presentation.
So there would be 2 Avni, right?
6.
Now, yeah.
6 students today.
6 children today?
Yes.
But you know, for the past 8 months, there's someone else who is studying with you.
Grahil Bhaiya.
No, beta. Not Grahil Bhaiya. I'll show you who it is. There is a baby in my tummy.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a baby in my tummy and this baby is also studying with us. So we don't have 6 children here. We have 7 kids, okay?
What's his name?
I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. You're soon going to know the name when we resume the class after 4 or 5 months, okay? So, now are you out of steam? Now will you guys stop yawning? Yeah? Okay. Chalo. So, next class is going to be our last class. So, we will have a small party.
What's the question?
We will have a small party. all unnecessary doubts to be taken at the end of the class, okay? So what are we going to do in our party in our next class, you know?
What?
Firstly, I'll tell you that we are doing prepositions. We will do agreement of the verb. It's a very important topic, which is going to take maximum 20 minutes. And then we are going to watch a nice video. So I would ask you to get your favorite snack. Okay? And we are going to celebrate. Okay?
Yay!
Can you watch Wonders?
Huh?
Can you watch Wonders?
What? Yeah,
It-
what wonder? No,
Yeah.
we will watch something else. We will watch something else, right? I want to teach you
It will
something.
be horror.
I know, but kids can do that later. I want to show you a video which is going to be useful for you.
Oh,
Okay?
Auntie, we will listen a book.
We will listen to a storybook.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to plan something nice for you. Okay? Chalo. Can we come back to our text?
No.
Yes. Chalo. So that's how we have distributed the sentence. And see, we have a lot of connectors. Miss Honey was a mild and quiet person who never raced. So who is one connector? Okay? So when you are describing your mother, you can use WHO, who also. And is another connector. And but there is no doubt she possessed that rare gift for being adored by every small child under her care. This is another very good connector, if you can remember. It goes without saying, there is no doubt. These are some phrases that we use. Okay? Next. She seemed to, who wants to go next and split
And
the
over and above also the phrase.
Samira wants to do. Anisha, do you want to do that? You have not got a chance today. Do you want to break these sentences? Try with me. Okay. Try. She seemed
to understand totally the bewilderment
bewilderment and fear. And fear. ये one sentence है because यहाँ पर ये जो and है ना, ये sentence को नहीं join कर रहा है बच्चे लोग, ये आपके adjectives को join कर रहा है या noun को join कर रहा है. ठीक है? I think fear is a noun over here. Bewilderment is also a noun here. Can you guys Google and see which part of speech it is and check if ma'am is right? How many of you are Googling? Hands up. हाँ, Reyansh, hands up. Chalo, everyone. Yes, Samira?
I'm using the dictionary.
It's going to take you ages to find that in the dictionary. चलो जल्दी से डिक्शनरी में fear ढूंढो है और उसके बाजू में देखना कौन सा part of speech है. Now, meanwhile, Naisha, you're going to do it with me. So she seemed to understand totally the bewilderment and fear. Naisha, यहाँ पर and is not joining two sentences and that
Now,
right? And what's a judgment?
ma'am, that part of speech.
Yes, any word which has a suffix as meant converts the sentence into a noun. Okay, so judge is a verb, but if I add meant, it becomes a noun. Okay, kids? Yes, Samira, bolo.
The fear is a noun.
See, now they are joining two nouns together. These two nouns.
And
And-
fear is a noun.
Yeah, and now and also joins adjectives, right? He is an honest and respectable person. And se join kiya na humne? Now, so Samira, Naisha, this was the first sentence. That so often overwhelm young
children.
wait. So यहाँ पर अगर हम इसको कर रहे हैं, it often overwhelm young children is the second sentence, correct? Again, we have a connector who. Try to break it into a sentence. Who for the first time in their lives are herded into a classroom and told to obey orders. Can you try to convert this in a sentence?
Who for the first time
No. See, she seemed to
Ma'am, it is a sentence.
we are breaking these sentences into more sentences. See, पहला sentence है, she seemed to understand totally the bewilderment and fear. Second sentence है, it often overwhelmed young children who, so this is the second sentence, they are herded into the class. This is the second sentence, okay? ये जो who for the first time है ना, वो आपने लगा दिया है, मैं बता रही हूँ उसको कैसे करेंगे. Who they are herded into a classroom for the first time in their life. This is the third sentence. They are told to obey the orders. This is the fourth sentence. Got it? Now how they have combined. Naitik, next is your turn if you are here. Is he here?
Now, what is this sentence? It often overwhelms young children who.
What's the meaning of overwhelm? Overwhelm ho jana, घबरा जाना.
Yeah, but then I don't understand this one.
So it often overwhelms young children.
Yeah, who? After who? What's after who?
Wait, let me tell you. Now, we're talking about the quality of Honey, who is a special teacher, and she understands the craziness and the confusion and the fear that so often overwhelm young children who for the first time in their lives are herded into a classroom and told to obey orders. Now, children are free-spirited. I'm explaining Kian's doubt. What does it mean? Kids, you can't control a child, right? They like to do things as they want to. Now, if these kids are put in a classroom and if we ask them to obey the rules, don't you think they are going to get overwhelmed? They're being asked to do a lot of things which they were never ready for, you know, they were never exposed of. So this certainly overwhelms the child. And Miss Honey understands the perspective of such young children. Okay, and that's where she gains popularity among the children. Got it? Ab samajh mein aaya? Now she understands the fear and the confusion. So these kids are experiencing the fear and confusion because they were never ever exposed to a school environment. Kian, did I clear your doubt? Chalo. So 4 sentences humko mil gaye, Aisha. Now see how they have joined it. She seemed to understand totally the bewilderment and fear that so often overwhelm young children, again, who for the first time in their lives are herded into a classroom and told to obey their orders. 4 sentences together. Yes? Last one. Who wants to do the last one? Samaira. Okay.
Some curious warmth.
That was almost tangible. What is tangible and intangible? Do you know? Tangible is something that you can touch and feel. Intangible is something that you can't touch and feel. Okay?
Like air?
Like you can touch your table, you can touch something, right? And you can feel it.
No, intangible is like air.
Intangible is like wealth and money. Can you touch it?
Wealth.
Wealth.
Maybe we can touch it.
Coins and other things you can touch, but can you touch wealth? Wait, let me give you a proper example. Intangible is something that you cannot. It doesn't have a physical presence. Example would be...
A perfect example is God.
Goodwill. Goodwill.
Air.
Can I touch your good nature?
No.
No, right? So it's intangible. But yahan par, again, the warmth that Miss Honey is giving, you cannot touch it, but you can feel it, right? But her gesture is so evident that you can see it, right? And you can touch it. And that's why they are specifying it is tangible. Okay? Now, if the flame comes out of the kitchen gas, can you touch that? मम्मी ने खाना बनाया है, गैस का जो गैस से फायर आता है, can you touch that? Of course, if you touch, you will get burned, right? But you can touch it.
It is not allowed, but we can touch it.
Of course, but that's what I'm telling you. It's tangible, right? You can see as well as you can touch. Now, if suppose if I want to say acknowledge you, and so I'm going to hug you and I'm going to appreciate that, you know, I love you, right? But if I just say I love you, you cannot get that tangible thing. It's intangible. But once you embrace a person, you can touch the person, so it becomes tangible. Got it? So the same quality Miss Honey is trying to do. Some curious warmth that was almost tangible shone out of Miss Honey's face. Now this light you can just see out.
Ma'am, almost tangible means it was about to tangible. It was like almost.
It was not tangible, but it was very close to being tangible. ठीक है? Now, have you ever seen Jesus Christ का या भगवान का कोई वीडियो, रामायण का कोई वीडियो जिसमें पीछे भगवान के लाइट आता है?
हाँ मैम.
है ना? वो tangible हो सकते हैं ना, because आप देख सकते हो, कुछ कर सकते हो, उसको जाके touch भी कर सकते हो, right? But can you see that coming from your head?
We can touch. For example of intangible, we can say it has knowledge.
Wait, yes, it has knowledge, but let me continue. So the same sort of warmth Miss Honey is trying to give, just like the rays of sunshine comes around the sun, right? You can see, but you cannot see that how much loving the teacher is. But Miss Honey is evidently showing that she loves children so much that you can see it in a tangible form. And this is a phrase again to improve your sentence. Some curious warmth that was almost tangible shone out of Miss Honey's face. If you are grumpy, I can see your expression, correct? And I can predict that you are grumpy. If you are extremely happy, I can see that on your face. In a very similar way, when we are talking about Miss Honey's quality of loving children, everyone can see that warmth coming out from her face. Got it? Don't go too much into it, but I hope I have explained it to you. Next, when she spoke to a confused and homesick newcomer to the class. So whenever she was trying to calm down a child who was sobbing and missing his or her mama, who used to pacify these kids? Miss Honey. ठीक है? मेरी बात समझ में आए? Pacify करना. ठीक है? Now, this was
pacify.
Pacify means to make the person calm, you know, to make him happy, to console the person. Have you heard the word console? Okay, let me discuss about console. You know, in school we get gold medal, certificates of participation, etc. We also get consolation prizes. Samira, did you say that? We get consolation. These days, no, we don't get, but during my time, we used to get a lot of consolation prizes. Listen now, be a good listener. A child who is coming first, second, and third has been given gold medal, silver, and bronze. But what about the kids who came fourth, fifth? They also did pretty well. So they get consolation prizes so as to boost their spirit, to console them that, dude, you also did very well, okay? So have this prize. Now these days, everyone gets certificate of participation. ठीक है? Okay. समझ में आया?
What did they get in the console prize? Like a watch or something?
No, consolation certificate.
Oh.
Now this is again about Miss Trunchbull. So there are two things that we can do right now. Either we work on the sentence structure of my mother, or you want me to read this. Your decision. Reading, anyone can do.
I prefer to read because we'll get more knowledge.
That you can do alone also. But who is going to teach you how to write?
I'm neutral.
Okay? So let's go and start with my mother ka sentence and try to write a better sentence. How many of you are ready? Uno, dos, tres, right. Good job, Samaira. Naisha is ready. Riyansh is ready. Chalo, let's see how far we can go. Another 10 minutes, okay? Just 10 minutes. So, sabse pehle, now this is something that you have to note down in your notebook because I am just going to brief you on how to do homework. आपको मुझे भेजना है, ठीक है? First thing we have to do is segregate the paragraphs as per main idea. Okay? So we are talking about my mother's internal quality in the first paragraph. Okay? First is her internal quality. Second is internal quality में ये सब आ जाता है 32 things etc. Next is things my mother liked to do. Got it? Last में how she helps me. ठीक है? Now, in between there are a lot of sentences which have not been structured in the right paragraph. Can we identify them right now? See, I can see a lot of that in the third sentence. My mother has taught me good manners and discipline. She helps me to do the homework. She makes me ready. She also tells me this. My mother is an ideal woman. So doing this makes my mother an ideal woman. So I'm not going to put this in the first paragraph. Now she's always helping. She's always ready to help others. This is again a quality of my mother. It's going to come here. She teaches the poor students during holiday. Mummy ka quality, it's here. She leads a very simple, this is again mother's quality, it's going to come here. Did you understand? समझ में आ रही है? So when you give me your homework, at least don't try to do errors यहाँ पर. It's very simple. Okay. Now comes the point of combining the sentences. कैसे combine करेंगे? How are you going to start your sentence first? You know, shall I? There is a very popular phrase.
Ma'am, God can't be everywhere, so he made mother.
So this is my first sentence, ठीक है? And that's how I should start my sentence. So whenever you are writing a non-fiction paragraph, try to have something like how I have written, ठीक है? Like dogs के लिए भी आप उनका एक कुछ लिख सकते हो. Now here you're talking about my mother. So you're going to say my mother. How are you going to say? चलो मेरे को बताओ पहले. Who wants to start? Riyansh, you want to go try? Try.
Ma. I think so we can write my mother, the best person in my life.
No, but you don't have to take any other sentence. You have to pick from the paragraph that I have said. So you can say my mother, a 32-year-old woman, is extremely good and kind-hearted. Can we start like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm going to say being good at vocals. Vocal singer hota hai na, being a good singer, she sings bhajan very well. Again, this is first draft, and then again you can work on making the sentence even but better. But right now, as the ideas are popping into your mind, you write down. Don't think about grammar mistake or any other things. You are trying to combine them. So मैंने क्या combine किया? My mother, a 32-year-old lady, is kind-hearted and the most beautiful women in the world. Okay? I will not write very good. I'll just remove very good. Okay? Next, being good at vocals, I can push down. Abhi, I'm going to talk more about her. She's smart and educated and she's a professor in the Commerce College. So you can talk about her professional life. Professionally, she's a professor in the Commerce College, which definitely shows her smartness and her educational qualifications. ऐसे भी डाल सकते हो, ठीक है? Full stop.
Okay, auntie,
Yes.
can we write that sentence as she is smart and educated in commerce?
No, I don't want to use she. I want to write sentence even better. So I can professionally, my mother is highly educated. My mother is highly educated, highly educated, and works as a professor in Commerce College, in the Commerce College. The name of a college. It's better, right? Professionally, my mother is a professor in college, something like that. Or you can say, professionally, my smart and highly educated mother. आप ऐसे यहाँ डाल दो, यहाँ पर. तो ये is highly educated खत्म हो जाएगा, and then your sentence is going to be much better. Now see, this is exactly how your editing is to be done. Read with me, focus. Professionally, my smart and highly educated mother works as a professor in the Commerce College. Does it sound better? Right? But how did I start? First, I was like, professionally, my mother is highly educated, and then she works here and there. But it doesn't look good because I'm professionally describing her work. So I have to say, what does she do as a profession? Profession. Professionally, she's a teacher. So she's a professor. Got it? Now, what else we can describe? ये वाला भी सारा point ले लिया, beautiful वाला भी point ले लिया. अब बचा हमारा extremely नहीं, ये वाला भजन. Now, talking about her hobbies, right? So apart from being highly intellectual, मतलब she's intelligent, right? That is why she's a professor. So you can say, apart from being highly intellectual, her singing skills is also very good. She prefers to sing bhajan every morning, and as she's a religious lady. Does it make sense? How many of you are noting down what I'm trying to say? Okay, just listening.
I'm sitting down.
So Anvika, if you're noting down, please share it with everyone. Okay? So everyone try to focus. Okay?
Quiet now.
It's okay, just share with everyone in the group. See, how did I start? We're talking about my mother's intelligence. Now I have to say that she's just not a workaholic person. She enjoys her life also. And she has a quality, like a hobby also. What does she do? She's a good singer. So how can you start the sentence? Apart from being highly intellectual, what should we say, kids? Tell me. Apart from being highly intellectual, she enjoys singing in her free time. Something like, you can make that up. Samaira ko acha nahi lag raha mera ye sentence shayad. She, apart from being highly intellectual, she's also a good singer. Ye dal de, theek hai? She's also a good singer and sings bhajan every morning, as she's a religious lady because she worships morning. Go ahead, Samaira.
Ma'am, can it be melodious singer?
Yeah. Okay. You can also say that she has a melodious voice. ऐसे भी describe कर सकते हो कि instead of saying she's a good singer, say she has a melodious voice and she prefers singing bhajan every morning during her puja time. So when you write that, it indirectly makes your mother a religious lady, that she worships God. Okay? Now these are the points that is coming in my mind. So it's always going to be here and there. Once you compile them, you know, final piece of sentence is going to be structured. Right now, just write down all the rubbish that's in your mind. and then pick out the next from there. Got it? ठीक है. अब next वाले में यहाँ पर हमने बोला था मम्मा का क्वालिटी दे दिया, फिर सेकंड में बोला था कि व्हाट डज शी लाइक्स टू डू. तो ये जो सिंगिंग वाला पार्ट जो हम लोग ने अभी बताया वो सेकंड पैराग्राफ में डालोगे. ठीक है. आपने एजुकेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन डाल के फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ खत्म किया है. राइट डाउन इन योर नोट. You are going to end your first paragraph as soon as you describe your mother's profession. Next paragraph me you have to say, apart from being intellectual, she has a melodious voice, and as we have discussed that she sings bhajan every morning during her puja time. Now, my hardworking mother takes good care. Now see, ये वाला जो sentence है ना, my mother works very hard, she takes good care of me, my sister. How I have compiled it. Naisha, Kian, suno. I know that she is working hard, so I'm going to say my hardworking mother. Okay, my hardworking mother, and she's also responsible, right? My hardworking, responsible mother takes good care of my family and loves to see everyone happy. Good sentence construction. 3 sentence को मैंने एक में convert किया, Naisha. Right? And next is how mother helps me. The last one. Try to do it on your own. My mother has taught me good manners, this. And if you are not writing it in first person, if you're writing it in second person, then don't change the conversion from first and second person narrative, okay? Just be careful. Kaise kar rahe ho aap? So can I expect a good writing from you on this article? Think about it. I cannot think for you. Ultimately, you will have to think. So I don't want to spoon feed, and I have left the last paragraph for you guys. Do it on your own. यहाँ पर जो लिखा है, she is an ideal woman. She's always ready to help. She teaches poor students during the holiday. I have missed it in the first paragraph. Try to put it in the first paragraph. Okay? Chalo. So that's the end of the session, guys.